Team investigation. Catalytic converter thefts are not only on the rise here in the Bay Area, but also across the country as well. The National Insurance Information Bureau says catalytic converter thefts have more than tripled since 2019. And as I-Team investigator Adam Walzer uncovers, thieves are targeting specific businesses, resulting in thousands of dollars in damage and losses.
Broad daylight, wearing slippers, sliding under our fence.
The target, a catalytic converter on a Ford F-250, parked under video cameras at Boyle's Aluminum and Screening in Port Richey.
My little baby here, she got a little heart cut out of her.
Employee Howard Underwood discovered his work truck was damaged July 13th.
I go fire it up, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, we got hit.
Surveillance video shows 3 suspects pull up to the gate minutes after closing time the night before.
They look like they're in their early 20s.
They arrive in a Nissan and an older model Mercedes.
He repositioned his car to intentionally block the view from the street so nobody driving down the street could see him climbing under our car.
He just slid right under there.
Slid right under.
So here comes the Sawzall, hand the Sawzall over.
He went over there, chop, chop, chop.
The camera captures audio of the sickening sound.
And then you hear that cutting. I kind of cringed a little, to be honest.
Guys, there goes some cash. Right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And to think, they're doing, a lot of these.
Next door, Grass Monkey Lawn Service was also targeted.
19 they got in one night from our neighbor. Shut them down for 3 to 4 days.
Law enforcement agencies say catalytic converter thefts are rising in cities and counties throughout Tampa Bay. This is organized crime.
Yes, sir.
You're talking millions of dollars worth of these things.
Easily.
Tampa police officer Greg Noble says Florida law prohibits metal recyclers from buying stolen catalytic converters. So a couple of teenagers in flip-flops showing up with 7 or 8 of these things at a junkyard should be a big red flag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's correct.
But Noble says some people aren't playing by the rules. He arrested an unlicensed dealer last year who advertised he was paying cash for catalytic converters on social media, and he seized his paperwork.
It showed that he had made well over $800,000 in about a year's time that we could account for just with the receipts we found in the home.
We're looking at a pile of different catalytic converters from different vehicles.
This salvage yard employee works for a metals dealer outside the Tampa Bay region. He demonstrates for us how it takes just 2 cuts and only about 15 seconds to remove a catalytic converter worth hundreds of dollars.
American, about $200, just off a Chevy, Tahoe, Yukon, for Ford F-150. But from a Volkswagen, you're looking at $600 easy. Big money, big time paycheck. Sell it to whoever, melt them down and get the internals out of them.
Internal components contain small amounts of rare precious metals, including platinum, palladium, and rhodium, which sells for $15,000 an ounce, about 9 times the price of gold. Catalytic converters from large trucks contain even more precious metals.
So if anyone has a fleet of trucks, yeah, they're definitely aiming for this.
Drew Park near the Tampa airport has been especially hard hit in recent months.
3 occurred over here, one being right next to my office up front.
Joe Asbury works at Jeff's Transmission on West Osborne Avenue. Catalytic converters were recently stolen from 7 customer vehicles parked on his lot, the 3rd time his business was hit this year.
I want to say this last was in the tune of about $8,000, which hurts, especially a small business like us.
A block away, brazen thieves hopped over the fence at this security company in broad daylight. A camera captured crystal clear images of the suspects, including this guy holding a Sawzall. 3 blocks away, 15 catalytic converters were stolen from U-Haul trucks parked at this maintenance facility, despite a barbed wire fence around the property. The problem has become so bad, U-Haul started installing metal covers around catalytic converters on its trucks to make them harder to steal. Back in Port Richey, Craig Boyle is hoping you can help police identify and arrest the suspects who hit his business.
You know, I'm willing to pay $1,000 cash.
You got your $1,000 in
It's
your
ready
hand.
to go. Somebody's going to recognize, you know, the guys that are doing it, and we just need to get them off the street. So
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser, taking action for you.
And Crime Stoppers of Tampa Bay is also offering up to $5,000 for information leading to the arrest of the suspects who burglarized that Drew Park security company. For tips on how to avoid becoming a victim of catalytic converter theft and to find out how to have your VIN number engraved on your catalytic converter free of charge, just go to our website at abcactionnews.com.